Hello, everyone. Welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Welcome to the bold and the beautiful daily YAPP or after program ponderings for a quick, and by that, I mean you're already halfway done, recap of the most amazing or what the heck did we just watch moments on today's episode. Let's get to it. What happened on the bold and the beautiful? Today on the bold and the beautiful, we learned what happened on other days because nothing else actually happened today. Let's see. As the Logans stood around defending Bill to Ridge, they recapped Katie's heart troubles and all she went through to give birth to Will. And Steffi and Finn? They flashed back 3 years to when Steffi learned Finn was alive and they reunited in Monte Carlo. In case we forgot what happened. And through all this, everyone reminded us once again that nobody on this soap can mind their own business. Is it Ridge's business that Katie and Bill might reunite? Was it that important for him to have a half-hour conversation about it, arguing with Brooke and Donna? Of course it was. He doesn't like Bill. And all three characters clearly had absolutely nothing else to do except stand around and gossip. Steffi and Finn also had nothing to do except stand around and talk about Will and Electra, and then mention how lucky they are. And Will and Electra, they recapped their love for one another, which we hear about every single day, including the fact that they will get through this together. What an exciting half hour, hearing the same thing over again that we have heard and seen before. At least Bill did something exciting. He once again asked Katie to reunite, and this time she said yes. Want more details? We got you. Soap Central has the best full B and B recaps on the internet. You can even go back over 30 years and read each and every one of them. If you can't wait until the next episode, we have daily spoilers too. And whatever you do this weekend, do not. Seriously, do not. Forget to read the 2 scoops for some laughs. Hey, admit it, we're funny in the as close as we can come to being a watching party without actually being a show. And the best part is if you agree or disagree, we want to know. As always, share your comments below. For fans who can't get enough of the bold and the beautiful, the November 10th episode was a blend of old secrets, simmering tension, and quiet emotional explosions. In the ever-glamorous yet chaotic world of Los Angeles's most fashionable families, even the smallest glance can send ripples through decades of history. And on this day, the yet another plot pivot energy was off the charts. Whether you're Team Forrester, Team Logan, or just Team Let's see what ridiculous thing happens next, this recap has you covered. So settle in, grab your cup of coffee, and let's relive every deliciously dramatic beat of the bold and the beautiful's November 10th episode. Brooke Logan's familiar dilemma, torn between love, loyalty, and history. Brooke Logan started the day doing what she does best, staring wistfully out of the Forrester mansion window while lost in thought about Ridge. Decades may pass, hairstyles may change, but Brooke's romantic angst is forever. Today, she was particularly conflicted. After Ridge's recent words about wanting stability, Brooke couldn't help but wonder if he truly meant it or if he was just trying to keep the peace between the Forresters and Logans. The word stability and Ridge Forrester don't exactly belong in the same sentence, but Brooke, ever the optimist, still believes their love can defy all odds again. Katie, meanwhile, dropped by to check on her sister, but their conversation quickly became a therapy session about Ridge. Brooke confessed that she fears she might lose him again, maybe not to another woman this time, but to his own doubts. Katie gently reminded Brooke that she doesn't need to chase love to feel worthy. Brooke gave her trademark tearful smile, the one that says, "I hear you, but I'm absolutely going to do it anyway." It's the Brooke-Logan cycle we all know. Heartbreak, resolve, temptation, repeat. Ridge Forrester's balancing act. Family, business, and the ghost of choices past. Across town at Forrester Creations, Ridge was neck-deep in sketches, contracts, and emotions. As the co-CEO of the fashion house, Ridge's day should have been about business, But of course, personal drama had other plans. Steffi called him into her office to discuss the upcoming line launch. But before long, the conversation shifted to her mother, Taylor. Ridge looked visibly uncomfortable as Steffi probed whether he'd been in contact with her lately. Ridge deflected like a pro-politician, saying, "Taylor knows how I feel. I just want peace." That's code for, "I'm still confused but trying not to admit it." Steffi wasn't buying it. She's always been fiercely protective of her parents' relationship, and she subtly hinted that Taylor's quiet distance might be because Ridge hasn't been clear about where his heart truly lies. Ridge, ever the tortured artist, rubbed his temples and muttered something about not wanting to hurt anyone anymore. If there's a drinking game for every time Ridge says he doesn't want to hurt someone, fans would need a warning label before tuning in. Hope Logan and Thomas Forrester. The chemistry that just won't quit. Meanwhile, in the design room, where creativity and scandal seemed to live side by side, Hope and Thomas were once again working late. The two shared what can only be described as a lingering silence filled with repressed feelings. Thomas, ever the smoldering visionary, was sketching new ideas for the Future line, while Hope pretended to focus on fabric samples. When Thomas asked her opinion about a design, their fingers brushed, and she froze. The tension was practically visible. Hope tried to keep things professional, but her tone softened when she said, "You've really outdone yourself this time, Thomas." He smiled, his dimples doing the kind of emotional damage fans have come to expect. It was a quiet scene, but one that said everything. Hope is still battling her feelings, and Thomas, for once, is letting her set the pace. The writers seem to be teasing a slow burn that could reignite at any moment, and honestly, fans are eating it up. Of course, if Brooke finds out Hope is even thinking about rekindling things with Thomas, the fireworks will be loud enough to shake the entire Forrester mansion. Liam Spencer's brooding return. The man who can't let go. Not far from the romantic tension at Forrester Creations, Liam was doing what Liam does best, brooding. His conversation with Bill earlier that day left him conflicted. Bill, who's suddenly back to being a fatherly voice of reason, told him bluntly, "You can't control Hope. Either fight for her or let her go." But Liam's not good at letting go. He replayed every moment in his mind. Hope's growing independence, her late nights with Thomas, her insistence that she needs space. Liam told himself he trusted her, but his jawline said otherwise. Later, he stopped by the office to see Hope, but instead found Thomas there alone. The two exchanged the kind of stare down that could cut glass. Thomas tried to keep things civil, saying, "Hope's not here right now, but I'll tell her you came by." Liam smirked, responding, "I'm sure you will." It was short, sharp, and dripping with the kind of rivalry that never truly goes away. Fans have seen this showdown before, but somehow it still feels charged every time. The question now is whether Liam will push Hope away by trying too hard to save her, something he's mastered over the years. Sheila Carter's brewing storm, the calm before the chaos. Over at Deacon's apartment, Sheila Carter was surprisingly calm, which, for her, is a warning sign. Sitting at the small kitchen table, she tapped her nails against a coffee cup, eyes distant. Deacon asked if she was okay, but she brushed it off, saying she's just thinking about the future. Now, anytime Sheila talks about the future, that's code for, "I'm planning something wild." Deacon tried to reason with her, reminding her how far she's come since escaping near-death situations and managing to rebuild her life sort of. Sheila smiled, but her expression hinted at something darker. She mentioned Finn and how she still believes there's a chance for reconciliation. Deacon, visibly worried, said, "Sheila, you can't keep pushing. You'll lose everything again." Her reply, "I've already lost everything once. I won't let that happen again." That's not a threat. That's a Sheila promise. Fans know that when she gets that look in her eye, something big is coming. Whether it's a scheme, a confrontation, or another fake death, Sheila never stays quiet for long. Deacon Sharp's dilemma. Love versus logic. Deacon's storyline has been one of redemption, or at least his version of it. His love for Sheila has cost him his reputation, his relationship with Hope, and nearly his sanity. But on November 10th, viewers saw a more introspective Deacon. He sat alone after Sheila left, staring at an old photo of himself with Hope. He whispered, "I just want her to forgive me." The man who once thrived on chaos is now begging for peace, and it's heartbreakingly human. Later, he called Brooke, leaving her a voicemail. His message was simple but powerful. "Brooke, I know I've made mistakes, but I need you to tell Hope I'm not the man I used to be." Of course, that's a dangerous claim in this universe. No one ever really changes on the bold and the beautiful. Still, Deacon's vulnerability added emotional depth to an episode already bursting with tension. Steffy Forrester's fierce resolve, protecting family at all costs. Back at the Cliff House, Steffy was the definition of fierce focus. She spent most of the episode balancing her roles as CEO, mother, and wife, though Finn's absence loomed heavily. Steffy's conversation with Ridge earlier clearly stuck with her. As she scrolled through family photos on her tablet, she muttered, "We've been through too much to let anyone tear us apart again." But it's not Ridge or Taylor she's worried about. It's Sheila. Despite Finn's reassurances in previous episodes that Sheila is out of their lives, Steffy knows better. She told Amelia, the nanny, "If Sheila's breathing, she's a threat." That line alone could be the episode's tagline. Fans have praised Steffy for her no-nonsense approach lately. She's not just a fashion powerhouse, but a lioness protecting her pride. It's clear she's gearing up for another round with Sheila, and this time, she might not hold back. Finn torn between two worlds. Finn's brief scene at the hospital carried more emotional weight than his limited screen time suggested. After a long shift, he paused by the nurse's station and stared at a text from his mother, Lee. It read, "Be careful who you let back into your life." It's unclear if she meant Sheila or someone else, but Finn's conflicted expression said it all. He loves his wife, but he also can't completely shut off the part of him that wants to believe Sheila could change. Later, he looked at a photo of Sheila holding baby Hayes, a photo that should have been deleted long ago, and sighed. The internal tug of war continues. Finn is a man divided, and sooner or later, one side will win. Eric Forrester's fragile strength. Over in the Forrester mansion, Eric made a brief but impactful appearance. Sitting at his piano, he played a few soft notes before coughing, a subtle reminder of his ongoing health battle. Donna rushed in, concerned, but Eric brushed her off with a warm smile. "I'm fine, sweetheart," he said, his voice weaker than he wanted it to be. "Just playing a little too hard." Donna wasn't convinced. She gently placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "You don't have to prove anything to anyone, Eric. You're the heart of this family." It was one of the episode's most touching moments. The patriarch of the Forrester dynasty, still trying to contribute, still trying to be the glue, even as his strength fades. It's a slow, painful storyline, but John M.C. Cook continues to play it with dignity and grace. The cliffhanger, a text that changes everything. Just when fans thought the episode was winding down, the bold and the beautiful pulled one of its signature tricks, the classic cliffhanger. Hope, alone in the design office after everyone left, received a mysterious text. The screen flashed. "You don't know the whole truth about Thomas." Her eyes widened, and the camera zoomed in as she whispered, "What truth?" Cut to black. Fans instantly took to social media to speculate. Was it Liam trying to plant doubt? Was it someone from Thomas's past? Or is it a returning character looking to stir up trouble? Maybe someone like Caroline's family seeking revenge? Whatever the case, this cryptic message sets the stage for chaos in the coming week. Themes and takeaways. The art of emotional recycling. The November 10th episode proved yet again that the bold and the beautiful has perfected the art of emotional recycling, taking old conflicts, adding a modern twist, and keeping fans glued to their screens. From Brooke's eternal love dilemma to Sheila's unpredictable schemes, the show continues to thrive on its mix of romance, rivalry, and redemption. The fashion may evolve, but the emotions remain timeless. Even the smallest interactions carried weight. A look between Hope and Thomas, a sigh from Ridge, a single cough from Eric. Every moment felt like a setup for something bigger, something that will inevitably explode in upcoming episodes. Fan reactions, the buzz around social media. Within minutes of the episode airing, #BoldandBeautiful started trending. Fans flooded X, formerly Twitter, with reactions like, "Hope and Thomas have more chemistry in one glance than Liam and Hope had in years. If Sheila's quiet, we're in trouble. Mark my words. Someone needs to lock Ridge in a room until he picks any woman. Eric's scene broke me. Give that man every award." It's clear that this episode struck a chord, emotionally charged, beautifully acted, and teasing enough chaos to keep viewers counting down to the next one. What comes next? Predictions and possibilities. If soap fans have learned anything, it's that the bold and the beautiful never lets calm last long. Based on the November 10th developments, here's what might be next. Hope and Thomas. That text message could derail everything. If it's about Thomas's past, Hope may second-guess her feelings just as she's beginning to open up again. Sheila's plan. Her calm demeanor suggests she's plotting, likely something involving Finn and Hayes. Deacon might be forced to choose between love and sanity. Brooke and Ridge. Expect another emotional confrontation, possibly sparked by Ridge's unresolved feelings for Taylor. Eric's health. His illness storyline is reaching a turning point. A medical emergency could soon bring the entire family together or tear them apart. Steffi's protective mode. She's gearing up for battle. If Sheila crosses the line again, Steffi may take drastic action. The beauty of bold drama. The November 10th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was the kind of classic soap hour that reminds fans why they fell in love with the show in the first place. It balanced nostalgia and new energy perfectly, offering heartfelt moments, simmering tension, and the promise of future mayhem. Every character was at a crossroads. Brooke searching for peace, Ridge torn by guilt, Hope caught between heart and reason, and Sheila ready to strike. It's the recipe that's kept this soap alive for over 3 decades. Love, betrayal, secrets, and style. So if you missed it, don't worry. This wasn't just another filler episode. It was a chessboard reset, the kind of quiet before the storm that always leads to unforgettable moments. Because on The Bold and the Beautiful, even the silences have something to say.